Test, test, test. Sir, sit down. No, don't sit down. All right. I think we're waiting to come on. Ready?
Yes, sir.
So, Bob, you ready for lunch?
I am ready for lunch, sir. Good
This is-
spiritual food. Now get some nutrition to
That's
feed
right.
the body.
And they're serving steak, and I'm holding you up, dude.
Oh, well, thank you.
Bob Fukui, this is Bob Fukui, Associate Pastor at Calvary Chapel, Pearl Harbor, and a good friend. We go way back to Azusa High School. Don't tell anybody.
Many years ago, yes, many years.
Yes. And
Yeah.
how's the conference going for you,
Well,
Bob?
it's a blessing to just get the spiritual feeding, but also the fellowship. You know, we've been missing that for, 18 months? So it's been great to catch up with people we haven't seen, but also just the richness of the intimacy of seeing people, the joy, the interaction. It's just without words. It's just been very, very spiritually enhancing. Yes.
I can't tell you how many times people say this. Everybody comes in, they're always talking about the fact that it's like a reunion.
It's very much so. You know, people that I haven't seen, of course, they didn't have a conference last year, so running into people after a couple of years, it's just like that kindred spirit, you know, like one of the pastors saying that I just met you a couple months ago, but it's like we've known each other for a long time. And that's the joy that we have and that kindred spirit and that unity we have with one another. Even though we may not have seen each other for a long time, just to reconnect is very spiritually enriching, and I'm having a great time.
That's great. So, Bob has a ministry called Reach Basketball Clinics, and so you're working with young people.
Yes.
We've got a serious stuff going on. We've got COVID. We've got these vaccinations, and I know a lot of kids. They have to decide either get vaccinated and play sports or not. What is your feeling with the people, the kids on the ground? What are you hearing from the kids, the things that they're dealing with?
You know, I don't hear a whole lot. I think they're kind of like I don't want to say confusion, but this is the mixed messages that they're getting from the media, from their parents. Of course, parents are, they're definitely a little bit anxious about the safety of their kids. But my thing is this, God's in control. As a believer, God's in control. And to see the example of that, we had over 100 kids at Reach. I had very few parents concerned about the interaction of people coming from all different areas, of having their kids come together and to play a sport called basketball. What they were very, very complimentary about was the fact that of the fellowship, the interaction, the way that we were running the clinic, but also seeing the joy of their kids participating in something that they enjoy doing. Even kids that never played basketball get there out in the court.
18 months lockdown, they couldn't do anything,
No.
and they couldn't even go outside.
No.
This must be so good for them.
And it was a really a step of faith, when I was praying about doing this thing. Do we do it, Lord? And I talked to the guys, and I said, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just step out by faith. Let's see what God's going to do.
And how many kids did you have?
We had over 100 kids show up between the ages of 8.5 and 18.
Wow, that's
It
great.
was-
That's
it was
awesome.
amazing. And just to see the unity, everybody coming together, working corporately as one, but loving on the kids. That's the main thing, and getting the gospel out to them. That was the most important thing.
That's great. That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna let you go because you look hungry. Dude, you need to get energized up. Okay.
I'm here with my wife, so it's been a blessing. We've been able to be here with her today and yesterday for this conference. So it's been fun. It's been great.
Okay. God bless you, bro.
Thank
All right,
Pete.
we'll see you
God
around.
bless Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
If you need my help down there again.
It's all set up.
Oh, you want me to do it again?
Yeah. All right. So Bob's like my little cameraman. We got another camera in there, and so yeah, he's gonna help me out. Thank you. All right, who do we got here? Let's see. Ruben. So Ruben is a worship leader right here at Calvary Chapel, Honolulu. How you doing, Ruben?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Great. Hey, it was great. I sat in last night for the message and caught you were leading worship. That's great.
It's just, I'm speechless. It's just an amazing work that the Lord is doing here. Not only with worship, but with people, just pouring out His Spirit upon us, the teaching, just getting fed, just incredible.
What is the Lord speaking to you about here during the conference?
Right now with what's going on with our government and things and stuff, we want people to know, we really just want to teach the gospel simply, really. And then it's just kind of letting people know the truth about what's going on in our world. Right now it just seems like the mask and things, as you can see, there's really nobody wearing masks here, this is kind of, we don't want the mask to be the new now or normal, so to speak, But right now, nobody's wearing masks. We're breathing the air that God has given us.
We're getting a lot of vitamin D, bro.
Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, a lot of it too. Totally. But yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's great. So tell me about your ministry here. You're involved doing worship and whatnot. What's happening in that community?
Yeah. So right now, we kind of want we want more people. We're always a growing ministry. We always want people to actually come up and check us out and just I mean, if we don't know if you have musical gifts or what have you, but we ask and we want you to come up and we want those gifts are given to you by the Lord, and those gifts are not for us. Those gifts are to actually give out to the people of the Lord, body of Christ, or even the non-believers as well too, so that we can kind of reach them, so that they can kind of I should say, as the Holy Spirit would use us to draw them in with music, and then they can come and hear the real meat, which is the Word.
That's great.
Yeah.
So we just did something at Colo TV, and we're just calling it Colo TV Worship Session. So we did it with Tyler Nakamura, from the North Shore.
Okay.
And why don't you come in and we do an intimate time of worship, you and guitar, you're worshiping the Lord, and you're encouraging people to do that. And we usually run this in the morning, so when people are starting the day, would you be up for that?
Yeah, I would.
That would be great.
That'd be great. Thank you so much.
Oh, it'll be fun, man, and it'll be really encouraging, and really encouraging for the believers, people who tune in. Maybe they're getting ready, and they could just listen to the music if they're putting on their makeup like I do, right? But they can hear the worship and they can sing along, and that's a great thing. Yeah.
To seek to glorify Him in anything that we do. It's for me. My calling is just in music and stuff, but in any work, absolutely, yeah.
So describe for me real quick, in a sentence, what is worship? I know it's not just music.
Right.
What is worship?
Worship is, because you can worship the Lord with your time. You can worship the Lord in study. You can worship the Lord with music. Worship is the very thing that you put before yourself. It's a thing that you would bow down to, and that's only the Lord. It's only Jesus. And what He says in His Word, that's actually what the true, really, word for worship actually means to kiss forward, but it really means to actually give up everything that I am to bow down to the very one the very creator, I should say, who actually made me. If knowing who He is, then I know who I am in Him. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen. That's awesome. Now I'm going to ask you a really dumb question.
No, not at all.
All right. So I play guitar too.
Yeah.
So are you a Martin guitar guy or are you a Taylor guy?
Okay, well, I'm a Martin guitar guy, but I do play a Taylor.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
all right then. So you're switch hitter.
Yeah, kind of. I am. Yeah. In fact, I went in looking for a Martin, and then I came out with actually a Taylor. So, but I am a Martin at heart.
Yeah, me too. I got a couple of Martins. So yeah. Hey, God bless you, Ruben, man.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for your time.
God
Go
bless
have
you.
some lunch.
Thank you so much.
All right, bro.
Take care. God bless.
Take care. And Mickey, and we've got Nani. Come on, you got to turn this way. Either way, come right here. The cameras are right there. See that? All right. So Nani and Mickey, it's so good to meet you guys. Now, are you involved in ministry? What do you do?
I attend Calvary Chapel in Kaneohe with J.D. Farag. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And how about you?
I attend here at Komomai, and I'm in the ushers ministry.
Usher ministry. And
Yeah.
are you involved in ministry as well?
I was in the worship team, and now I'm helping with security.
Okay.
Yeah.
From worship to security, of course.
I know, right?
It
What
works.
a natural trend.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm starting something new.
And what are you guys getting out of this conference? What's your impression of the conference?
Oh my gosh. It's such a refreshing time where people are I am just totally blown away at you think at times that you've got it all together and you know what God's doing, and you come here and you realize you don't have a clue. You think you've been walking with the Lord forever, and yet it's always something new and refreshing that He's showing you and leading you in a different direction that you never thought. And it's amazing.
That's great. And
It
how
is.
about you?
I totally agree. It's just a time of coming together, just really seeking the Word and just putting our focus back on Him. Just all the distractions away and just gleaning the Word. So it's neat to see everybody too, from all the different churches and people from the mainland. So it's been a real blessing. Yeah.
So you work with ushers, right? And you're kind of like the first responders of churches, really. You're the person that people come in and you're the first person they meet. So what's that like, being able to love on people?
Oh, I love it. I've been doing it for many, many years. And I remember years ago when we were downtown Calvary and Pastor Bill, and I was praying for whatever ministry the Lord wanted me to be in. And I remember Pastor Bill saying real clearly, loud, I felt that was like the voice of God, where he said, if you want to meet people, then you should be in the usher's ministry. And from that day on, that's when I started and been doing it ever since. But
Well,
I love it. Yeah.
That's great. Well, look, on behalf of all of us at Calo TV, we really appreciate you guys serving the Lord in your local churches. And if you were to encourage someone, maybe they are not involved, how would you encourage that person? Hey, get involved in your church. What would you say?
You know, I found that in serving the Lord, it's like you forget about yourself, and God uses you in ways that you never thought you could.
But you have to be perfect first, right?
Oh my gosh, no. Perfect is not in my vocabulary, but it's like he takes whatever you give to him and he uses it. And there are things that I never thought I would do before. Get up in front of people and sing, that's just not me.
Yeah.
But he gives you whatever abilities you need, whatever he calls you to.
Well, okay, so I live by this motto that was given to me by Pastor Romaine at Calvary Chapel, Costa Mesa. A long time ago, he was Chuck Smith's associate, and he told me, Pete, it's not about your ability, it's not about your inability, it's about your availability, and it's about being available, and that's exactly right. So awesome. Thanks, ladies, and I really appreciate everything that you're doing. Go enjoy lunch. They got steak.
I know, right?
Really good.
I know. And thank
Yeah.
you for you and,
Oh, no
and what you
problem.
guys are doing. It's just awesome.
Well, thanks for your support of Calo as well. All right. God bless you. Take care. We'll see you.